All right. Okay. Hello there. Good evening. So we're going to carry on again. As mentioned, I could have streamed yesterday because I had a very long shift. So I don't have to do that again until the 20th. So we're good to go. Bear with me. Again, this is getting done slower than normal because I'm working through a very bad injury right now. Arthritis in the neck. Can't do anything about it until I do therapy and get my MRI done. So we were talking the other day. We were talking about the mental aspect and that voice inside your head that you create for yourself when you're alone. That does happen. So again, unfortunately, I can't really stream that long because whenever my hands are like this, right here starts to hurt. So let's see. What do we have? So, excuse me. The human mind isn't built for science. Let silence. The human mind isn't built for silence. It's built for noise, for laughter, conversation, and companionship. When that disappears, the mind starts to panic. For example, you can potentially start to replay memories in your head just to feel someone's presence again. You start talking to yourself to fill in the quiet. Yeah, that could be better. But the longer the silence stretches out, the louder those thoughts become. They start taking a life of their own. When isolation lingers, the brain begins to act up. It begins searching for connections in places it shouldn't, shadows and whispers, with a faint creak in the floorboard. Kind of like very crazy if that would happen, but I digress. You start to hear things that aren't there, and sometimes they even appear. You're not going crazy just yet. It's your brain trying to protect you from being alone. In a sense, it creates company. It gives silence a face. I might change that. Okay. Unfortunately, I can't play video game music like that because I'm getting copyrighted like crazy. So I have to play go to sleep lofty music. It sucks, but I mean, it is what it is. All right, so it creates company inside of your head. So over time, that company, it becomes hard to separate it from reality in a sense. Yeah, from reality. I gotta explain this. So, start to question reality. No, you start to just well, yeah, you kind of start to question reality, but you first start distrusting it. Think of that dark, the dark fucking Kermit meme. You have Kermit looking in the corner, and yet you see Kermit with a cloak over on the other corner, where the fucking Dark Sidious cloak. He's telling him to do something otherwise. You start, it's you, but it's not you. So you start doubting yourself. All right, given that, let's take a drink. And I'm gonna put this right here so this doesn't blow up in my face because I already feel the pressure. As usual, unless you're like ancient as hell like me, don't drink. Start to distrust what you remember. You start to distrust what you remember. Was that voice you're hearing truly yours? Were those memories? Yeah. 5:30. It's 5:30 at night, and I'm here drinking coffee on top of another energy drink soon. I live off of caffeine. I live off of caffeine, and alcohol is my panacea bottle. But no, don't drink. It's a bad habit. Just like vaping. Was that voice you're hearing truly yours to begin with? That's the danger. That's the danger of isolation. That's the danger of isolation. Because it's kind of, it convinces you. Fuck, how can I word this? That's the danger of isolation because it convinces you that the only one left might not be real at all. Yeah, because that you're hearing voices in your head. It convinces you. It convinces you. It convinces you that the only person left might not be real at all. It's kind of, again, it kind of fits into Security Breach Ruin just because, again, you have Gregory talking to you on the fast watch, but that may or may not be Gregory at all. Technically, your only companion, just that voice you hear, besides Proxy for that brief period. Never have friends in the FNAF world. That's the danger of isolation. It convinces you that the only person left might not be real. Okay. Horror. And I do apologize, but until at least the 23rd, I gotta do these short streams. Because having my hand in this position kind of sucks. Because feel it right there. I'm doing therapy once a week, but I have an MRI on the 23rd, which is still a long ways away. But we'll see what they say. So these streams generally, they have to be at least 15 minutes long. At least as long as I get at least a section done, I'm fine with that. Because I do stream every day, so eventually we will get this done, but we just have to be very, very careful. So in horror, this is where the fear turns inward. Silent Hill. I actually do need to do another playthrough of Silent Hill F. I think it's such a very great game. Give me 1 second. One second. Sorry about that. All right, in horror, this is where fear turns inward. It might not be the monster. Could be the voice. The worst thing about it is that voice is all figment of your imagination. You've been alone the entire time. Because it's in a sense it's your brain's way of protecting you by making some form of connection. So that voice in your head, ow, that voice in your head is there to protect you, but it can be detrimental at the same time. You're both the protector and executioner. There we go. Offering both comfort yeah, good word. Condemnation. They're condemning you. Yeah, condemnation. Of course, I'm going to spell that wrong when it actually fucking matters. Excuse my French as usual. And you know what the worst part about it is? Throughout all that, they sound exactly like you. Okay, let's see what we have, and I think we're done with this section. And tomorrow we'll see what the next section is. As long as I get at least a section done today, well, at least if I get one section done per day, I think we're good. Again, this is gonna be longer than expecting because I was not expecting to have this happen, but it's the consequence of getting old. Don't get old. The human mind isn't built for silence. It's built for noise, for laughter, conversation, and companionship. When that disappears, the mind starts to panic. For example, you could potentially start to replay memories in your head just to feel someone's presence again. You start talking to yourself to fill in the quiet. But the longer the silence stretches out, the louder those thoughts become. They start taking a life of their own. When isolation lingers, the brain begins to act up. It begins searching for connections in places it shouldn't, shadows and whispers, with a faint creak of the floorboard. You start to hear things that aren't there, and sometimes they even appear. You're not going crazy just yet. It's your brain's way of trying to protect you. Wow, this is why we proofread. It's your brain's way of trying to protect you from being alone. In a sense, it creates company. It gives silence a what the fuck? Sorry. It gives silence a face. Over time, that company becomes harder to separate from reality. You start you start to distrust what you remember. Was that voice was that voice that you're hearing truly yours to begin with? That danger of isolation. It convinces you that the only person left might not be real. In horror, this is where the fear turns inward. It might not be the monster on the outside that is the threat. It can be the voice that's inside you. That's inside your head, sorry. It can be the voice that's inside your head. Those internal companions are both protector and executioner, offering both comfort and condemnation. And the worst part, they sound exactly like you. They sound like you. I like it. I really like how that sounds. Okay. And again, this we're on 3 pages now, so let me just count how many sections we got so far. Intro, section 0, 1, 2. Sorry. 3. Okay. So we should be on 7. So we just talked about that. So I think loneliness is next. I don't have my iPad with me right now. It's currently charging, so I believe it should be loneliness coming up next. So loneliness and isolation. So it should be good to go for tomorrow. So okay, just looking this over one more time. Okay, we're good. All right, so tomorrow it definitely probably will be loneliness and isolation. So we'll get right to it. So I appreciate people standing by. Unfortunately, yeah, things do happen that are also out of my control, like this arthritis, but we'll get better soon. Then we'll be able to do these longer typing streams because at this point, this will be done in a week. And probably by December 1st, we'll have the video out. So stand by. This will get done eventually. All right, I'll see